Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 11th of May. Starting off with the S&P, where it's a nice hammer candle yesterday, key reversal to the upside. The only thing missing was an end-of-day close above that August resistance line, now roughly around the 41.50 level. End-of-day close above 41.50, and we're looking for the top of that rising trend channel from October, as high as 4,300, as soon as the end of next month, which would rather scupper the doomsters. As far as the downside is concerned, hopefully we can get away with nothing worse than a test for support around the 50-day moving average of 40.50, but even that hopefully will be not required now given the strong price action of yesterday. Also had a bounce for the RSI above the neutral 50 level as well, so again that just ties in with the idea of an imminent breakout, but obviously be mindful of that 50-day line test. On to the stocks, and a real flyer next, which sort of leaves us trying to grapple with where the shares may go. Here we've got CTI, and the share's currently just shy of the $9 level. If you look back at the chart, you can see the resistance line projection that I've drawn there from the early part of last year. That's heading towards the $12.50 area, maybe a bit more than that. So that would be a target for the end of next month. As far as the support is concerned, ideally the shares would find support around the old August resistance, which was in the $7.50 area. So barring an end-of-day close back below $7.50, looking for as high as $12 or $13 there on CTI. Moving along to a stock which has been a firm favourite here, a slow favourite I suppose, but CleanSpark. Here you can see that we've got this V-shaped bull flag now, rebound above the 200-day line, but the 50 and 200-day lines crossing as well, and that's I think providing extra momentum here. A bounce off RSI 50, so we've been looking for $6. Hopefully we'll get that by the end of this month, while we remain above the $4.20 area, which is basically neckline resistance for the stock. A new name next for the chart breakers, hopefully not the last time we see it, but Compass is here, gapping through the 50 and 200-day lines. We're resting above the old resistance there from April, which was around $3.30, and above that on an end-of-day close, looking for as high as $6 by the end of next month. If you're looking for the definitive stop loss there, it's probably the 200-day line and an end-of-day close back below that at $3.10, which would really suggest that this is just a flash in the pan, but bear trap gap reversal looking pretty strong there for Compass at the moment. On to DataDog, which is memorable largely because of the name, but also now the share price breaking through the 200-day moving average. That's around $81. Above that we were looking for the top of that broadening triangle from November as high as $92, and hopefully we'll see that by the end of this month. Beautiful gap through the 50-day line started this rally, and that's almost the most common, or arguably the most common setup, that we have a gap through the 50-day line, unfilled gap through the 50-day line near the lows, and that tends to get the stocks going. Another new name coming up for the chart breakers. Here it's GrowGeneration, and here gap above the 50-day line after a gap, I think, through it just the last week, above the 200-day moving average at $4.40, looking for as high as $7 at the top of that broadening triangle from back in December, and hopefully we could hit that $7 mark by the end of this month. Ideally there's no end of day close back below the 200-day moving average, although that might be stretching it. Maybe one would have to allow for a sub $4 level on as a stop loss on this situation. Good to see a stock which has been featured here quite recently deliver the goods. Here it comes in the form of Harbour Custom Development. Here we've had various spikes towards our notional target, which was basically towards the $18 area. So far, I think spikes up towards just shy of that, sort of through to $16. But the view here is, at least while we're above the 50-day moving average around $5.60, we're still looking for spikes towards $16 plus, maybe up to even $18 by the end of next month. Moving along to one of the most active stocks on the market in the US, Palantir Technologies. And here we've had the shares making good on their gap higher earlier in the week and above the resistance of Tuesday. We're looking for the shares to hit the top of that rising trend channel at $11 plus by the end of this month, and well, ideally by the end of next week if we can really manage it. But as I said, above the $9.50 area, looking for $11 plus for Palantir after that break through the April resistance zone at $9, which is very impressive indeed. In fact, this looks like two gaps to the upside, two wonderful gaps to the upside on that situation. Another stock which has delivered the goods for the chartists has been TSan Therapeutics. Here we gap through the 50 and 200-day lines. We achieved our first target there around $3.50, and we actually achieved our second target there around $5.60. Still looking for $5.60 while we're above yesterday's support there around the $3.90 area. So let's see if TSan can deliver the goods as well. On to Unity Biotechnology, and here beautiful triangle breakout there. It's basically a bear trap rebound from below the old support there in November. That was around $2.10, and above $2.10 we're looking for as high as the top of that rising trend channel from March at $5.20 as soon as the end of next month. The key here is remaining above that neckline resistance at $2.50. That would be the ideal scenario, but obviously one has to allow for $2.10 there. A couple of stocks to go. First one is UpStart, which has had a decent move over the last 24 hours. Here you can see that the shares made progress within that broadening triangle. Not quite hit the target that we were gunning for. We're looking for $20 plus. I think the high so far around the $19.78 level, but still looking for $20 plus, while we hold above the old resistance from April around $18, above 18, liquid 20, or maybe even 21 there on UpStart. Finishing off with another new stock, Xometry, and here you can see that we've broken above the 50-day moving average with quite a bang, quite impressive there, and neckline resistance as well, so $15.60 the neckline resistance, looking for the top of that broadening triangle from March as high as $30 by the end of next month, which would obviously be very impressive if it happened. But it's a bear trap island reversal, so gapping down back in March and then gapping up for May. But the key here, holding around $15.50 plus, or ideally even $16 for those shares. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.